Greetings, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. Today is the day that Mercury rules, and Mercury is currently retrograde in Aries. We are having Mercury retrograde until the 7th of April, and it will be then in its shadow for another 3 weeks. So we have, hi there, darling. Hi there, Nail Bell. Ladera. So then we'll have Mercury retrograde really until the end of April. Mercury retrograde in Aries is an energy of that can create a lot of frustration and like cross thinking. You know, a mind that is budding with new ideas and new potential, but doesn't necessarily have the foundation in place to actually be in the fulfillment of those thoughts, feelings, choices, and things that are showing up. What's happening right now is such an amazing experience. We are in a deep transformation. The only thing that I can talk about that makes sense to me is like, remember Wonder Woman? When Wonder Woman, I know I'm dating the fuck out of myself, right? But when Wonder Woman would go into the phone booth and begin to spin around, and she would take off her clothes while putting on new clothes, and then she would come out as a different person. That is what is happening to us. That is what is going on in our experience. We are actually transforming in real time. And, you know, because I have the code, because I read the astrology, I know where to put the focus because there's so much going on. It's chaotic, right? But we are a living experience of consciousness, and we are creative. So where you put your attention now really matters. The best thing to do right now is to pull your attention into yourself. That's it. I'm having the greatest opportunity focusing on myself and what that really means, right? So I have a Gemini moon, and my Gemini moon is always calculating the external reality. It's just running a calculation all the time. Thanks, Shannon. It's just running a calculation all the time of what's happening. Oh, that person is over there doing this. And not only reading what they're doing, but it's reading their energy, how they feel. And so I am working to transmute that function inside of me from being so externally focused to being more internally focused. That function in me got created because I grew up in a violent environment as a child. And so as a child, I needed to really learn how to protect myself. Even though I wasn't thinking I needed to learn how to, I wasn't thinking, oh, I need to protect. I was my natural development created a function in me that protects myself. And so while Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury retrograde in Aries, right? The part of us that is chaotic, warring, the part of us that is out of control, impulsive, right? Mercury is there. So you pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to how fast you can, make an assessment of something. You want to know, are those assessments accurate? Or are they from an old program, an old pattern? Or are they actually up to date? Now, this is fine-tuned surgery is what this is. But if you have developed yourself enough, and it doesn't even matter where you are in the development. All you have to do is have an intention, because you can be a novice at this or you can be a professional at this. But we're all doing it. Where are you in that with yourself? We're all doing that. Today is a Mercury retrograde. Now, as far as the nodes are concerned, we are in an eclipse window right now, which means that the energy is very fertile. It's highly suggestive. It's highly influenceable. It's highly creative. So where you put your attention and what you do today for the next until we have this eclipse that comes on the 29th of March, is really important. So I have been making some subtle shifts in my behavior. Like I said, I see that I put my energy out there because of a need to protect myself. I am recoding my energy, doing rituals and practices. I might take a spiritual bath and get in the bath to honor the fact that I am safe inside of myself. I no longer need to energetically discover what people are doing in order to protect myself or make sure that they aren't out to get me. Because I understand that reality is coded by my consciousness and my mind. So if I code myself to safety, then the reality will present safety to me. If I code myself to enthusiasm, then reality will experience the enthusiasm through me. If I code myself to wealth and prosperity, then the reality will express wealth and prosperity through me. We can do this now because we are in an eclipse window, and the energy is very open, malleable, moldable, and you're doing it no matter what. You're already doing it. You're already molding it. But do you have the wherewithal to understand where we are and where you are and where you want to be according to where we're going? We're going to a new age. We're going to the age of Aquarius, which means your authentic self will be the primary power there. Not how much money you have, not who you know, not, your education. It's literally your capacity to be authentic. Do you know what is your authenticity? Do you have a clue who you really are? And it doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum of that. You can be a novice of that at that. You can be completely foreign to it. But if you have an intention and a desire to access it, and you are willing to focus and put some energy there, it will come alive. It's like a seed that you plant in the soil and you begin to water it and it will grow. One of the things I'm seeing right now is that I'm making myself into somebody who has a lot of plants and who's a green thumb, because I've been watching all these women on TikTok who have these plants that are like unbelievable. And I just am like, I need to have a green thumb. I do. And so I am cultivating myself to that from inside of myself. How do I connect with my plants? How do I connect with the earth realm? Rather than using that energy for like thinking about what people are doing and what they think of me and I'm not externalizing my energy anymore. That's it. My phone just rang. I hope you guys can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me, because sometimes when my phone rings, the sound goes away. So I can still use, so that energy that I used to use thinking about what were people thinking and being afraid and, I don't have enough or I'm not enough or, this happened when I was there. I'm not doing that anymore. I am literally beginning to say, no, take this energy and put it here. You're going to invest it in yourself. You're going to invest it in what are the things that are mattered. What to me? Oh, I want to have a green thumb. Okay, so I'm going to invest in having a green thumb. I'm going to invest my time, energy in that. I am going to invest my time, energy in, developing my health and my well-being and making my body stronger. I'm going to focus my energy and attention on me. Mercury in Aries. Aries is the self. It is the self. So while Mercury is retrograde in Aries, we get to focus on ourselves, and you want to reprogram those old ways of being. Venus is also retrograde. We'll talk about that on Friday in Aries. We'll talk about that Friday because I don't want to give you too much information today. So the nodal energy with the sun at the final degree of Pisces about to head into Aries, and this is about ourself. Who are you? We're coming into a new stage. When I study this astrology, and this stuff is so exciting to me, I don't even really know how to have the words. But it really is, the world is just a stage. It's just a stage. And a current stage that we have been functioning in is breaking down. The show is over. The Western patriarchal show is complete. It's done. So it's breaking down right now. And what character were you in that show? What character did you play in that show? Who were you? What was the energy you were carrying? But it's a new show now. And now you get to become a new character. You get to create yourself anew. You get to create an entirely different identity. I am creating myself as the magical wizardry woman who is fun and magical and focused all on magic and transformation and healing, because that is my role and my character, because I have read my natal chart and I know what I'm here to do. I know how I'm here to function and how I'm meant to be. So because I understand that, I can now craft a new identity. We are coming into a new stage, a new show, a new reality, like a new season in the TV show, right? But the last show is canceled. It's done. A new show is showing up. So it's your opportunity to create yourself anew. And with the Pisces the sun at the final degree of Pisces, where the nodes are and the eclipses are, Pisces is endings. It's the completion. It's the final constellation in our zodiac experience. Aries is the first. So now we have the sun in Aries for the first time while Pluto is in Aquarius. So we're creating an entirely different reality, you all. It's so incredible and magical. The work of transforming at this level it requires fine-tuning. It requires precision. It requires focus and dedication, because the South Node is in Virgo. And so you have to know, like, this doesn't go here. It's like putting a puzzle together, and the pieces must fit. And so that's why I do this work. That's why I teach 13 moons, so that we can really understand how to take ourselves apart and put ourselves back together the way Wonder Woman does when she goes into that phone booth and spins around and takes off one outfit, one character, and puts on the character of another. We are also doing the same thing, subtly, gently. We're always doing it. When a child goes from kindergarten to first grade, they matriculate from one identity to another. When you go from being a woman who doesn't have children to another, you matriculate from one identity to another. We're always doing it. This is not anything new. Now you're just conscious of it, and you get to make choice, and you get to decide, I'm not going to think that way anymore. I'm now going to think this way. I'm not going to speak that way anymore. I'm now going to speak this way. I'm not going to behave that way anymore. I'm now going to behave this way. And then putting that stuff into practical experience is the work and the effort to actually change those fucking patterns and mindsets into something else. But then it's done. You actually do it and it's done. And when you do it, the universe is supporting you, because it's like the gold rush in California. Wherever the energy is, wherever the new energy is, there's a rush. So the people who have the mindset to go into the new territory are first. And that's what we're doing. We're doing it first. And it's abundant. It's not like it's going to run out, but you just, when you're a trailblazer, when you're a trailblazer or I can't even think of the other word that I'm trying to think of in this moment, but when you just have a lot of power and enthusiasm and energy to create what you actually desire. A pioneer, a trailblazer. So with that today, the moon has been in Scorpio. It's void. Scorpio has been the energy for the last couple of days to really give us the power that we need to transform. That's what Scorpio is. It's deep transformation. So what the energy that we're in right now is fueled by the universe, giving us what we need to transform. Scorpio shows up in the shadow. It can show up as jealousy and fear, and that's good. That's power. That's to alchemize it. And so you ask, when jealousy shows up for me, I ask, what is it that I want to become? If I see someone and it's triggering me and I feel jealous, that means that something in me wants to emerge. Something in me is ready to be born anew, because something in my reality is projecting something that I perceive that I don't have. But we know that we have everything, because that's the law of this universe. You have everything. Everything is within you. So I see somebody and, oh, they're really successful, or, oh, they're really, stylish or whatever, and it triggers me because I desire to be more stylish. I desire to be more successful. So what do I need to do to access that inside of myself? All right, you all. Tonight we have the orientation for Daughters of the 13 Moons, for those who are ready to step into another level of initiation for themselves. We had a really powerful first cycle because we had an eclipse and two retrograde start. So the women who are there are onto something unique. They're onto the new level. And so I'm really excited about that. But for those who are ready to step in, the orientation is tonight. Our new cycle starts either tomorrow or the next day. Jealousy as your desire. That's right. Jealousies are your desires tugging on you. That's right. I'm so happy you were able to language that in a better way for me. I appreciate it. And so if you feel more coming through you and you want to dive in, you can come and join us for the orientation tonight. If you want the link, you can go to my link tree here or send me a private message and I will send it to you. And I'm grateful. If you need support in your own life for healing and transformation, you can check out my website at healwithmoonmama.com. It is my pleasure to be of support to you. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.